everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial on how to achieve this beautiful sunset smoky halo eye that I did today. Michigan has decided it is skipping summer, so I needed some really nice summer spring vibes in my life, so I decided to put them on my face. So today we will be using this new, to me, I'm pretty sure it must be a new launch. I honestly didn't even hear anything about it. It is the Morphe 35H Hot Shot Artistry Palette. All of these colors are screaming at me. So I'm really excited to play around with this and create some more looks for you guys. So if you want to see how I did achieve this beautiful halo smoky eye, then just keep watching. Alright, let's jump in and do our eyeshadow. I am so excited to play with my new Morphe palette today. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and just prime my eyelids like I have been doing lately. I prefer to go in with a concealer over an eyeshadow base or eyeshadow primer. I used to use primers, but honestly, since going in with concealers, I feel like I have not found an eyeshadow base or primer that I like more than the concealer. I do like the MAC paint pots. Those are very nice. So if you do want to use a product specifically for your eyes, like an eyeshadow primer, I'd recommend the MAC paint pots. So we are going in with the Morphe Hot Shot Artistry Palette. So it's a really nice matte nude shade. I'm going to go in with that right here and use this to set down my eye primer. I'm going to go in on a big Morphe brush, so I kind of have an idea of what I want to do today, and it's going to be really pretty and really bright. So I'm going to go in with this really pretty peachy shade right down here. So I'm going to go in with a Luxie 249 blending brush here and go into that peachy color. I will say I hate that the Morphe palettes don't have the names actually in the palette, that they like send the extra sheet of plastic. I don't get that. Like, I like that they put the names with them now, but I wish that they would put them in the palette. So today I am going for a very bright, very summery coral smoky eye. Actually, we're gonna do a halo eye. So I'm gonna take that Babes Night Out and just bring it onto the inner corners of my lid and also to the outer corners. So I'm applying this just as heavily on the inner corners as I am the outer corners, and the same with the crease. I'm applying the color evenly everywhere. So I saw this palette and it literally just screams like spring and summer, and I have been so excited to play with it. And the other day I was actually going to do this look. It ended up being just so rainy and nasty that we ended up just staying in our PJs all day and I didn't even get ready. I'm going to go into this really bright corally color, which is coming out really pink on camera, but it really is more of like a coral color. So I'm going to go in with this. On this brush I actually got in my Ipsy bag, and I think it's so cute because the Ipsy Glam Box was a Tetris theme and they kept the regular Ipsy bags the same theme. So I'm going to go in on this little blending brush here into that coral shade and start placing it along the same places that we did that first color. And I'm going to keep it a little bit lower though. Ooh, this is pink. So when I'm in my crease, I am kind of running in circles and going back and forth in normal motion. And then once I get into like the lid area, I am pressing this down. Back in with that first Luxie brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of that first shade back up here and just blend out, just kind of try and blow out that bright pinky peachy coral color. Now I'm going to go in and mix these two browns right here and really intensify that crease. I'm going to go, so this is the M507, and I'm just mixing those two shades and repeating the first two steps, except not taking this in as far on the lid or up as high in the crease. look, especially if you're working with bright colors. There will be a lot of blending and repeating of steps. So after this, I will most likely go back in with those first 2 shades and re-intensify where we place those down until I get the desired blend and color payoff of each color that I want. So just know anytime you're working with any bright colors or you're doing any sort of smoky building of colors, there's a lot of repeated steps, and that is normal. Again, I'm going to go back in with that little Tetris brush and the brighter color, just dabbing it in and just kind of blending this out again. Which this one I won't go in with too much because this color is very bright and intense. The first shade I will probably be doing the majority of the blending with, so that way it is still seamless, but I do want to build that bright corally color back up because I really want that to pop. Again, going in with that first color and the first Luxie brush and blending out the outer edges. Go in with the center lid color. I'm going to go in with this really pretty, let's see, I think I'm going to do this really pretty gold right here. So I'm going to go in on, of course, a MAC 242, spray my brush with Fix Plus, and place this in the center of my lid. In with that Tetris brush and the brighter color and just kind of pat this along the edges here, just so that way there's some of that pink and it's not just a bright gold to coral pink. Take that small Morphe brush and go back in with those 2 brown shades that we used and just re-intensify these. Taking that first Luxie brush with no additional product and just buffing everything out here. I'll go back in with that gold that we put on the center and just re-intensify it a little bit because with all the blending, that color did get faded away a smidge. So, like I said, anytime you do looks like this, it is going to be a continuous back and forth until you get the blend and the payoff that you are looking for. Next, I'm going to go in with this brush is by Schmiss Glam. It's a short shader brush, and I'm going to go in with this really dark brown color right here and really focus this just on the outer corners of our eye and the very, very inner corner, just to really deepen up the outer edge here. So I'm not attempting to do any sort of blending when I'm placing this color on with this shader brush. I am just placing this into the inner and outer corners. I'm not even going to take this into the crease. Now I'm going to go in with that Morphe brush again and on those 2 lighter browns and buff this shade out. And this I will drag up into the crease. Take my pinky and just dab that gold shade down just so it's a little bit more intense. And by using your pinky or a finger, I feel like it kind of helps blend it out a little bit. So now I'm going to go in and do my wing liner. Today I am using the Beauty For Real Finish Line 24/7 liquid eyeliner in jet black. And then I will be going in with my upper mascara. Today I'm using the IT Cosmetics Superstar and then the Lorac Pro Eyelash Pomade. Okay, now that I have my mascara and my wing liner on, I'm going to go in with my Pure and Gentle makeup removing wipes and clean up all the fallout. I definitely would recommend wearing falsies with this look just because it is so dramatic. But I know I've said it in several of my videos already that I am using a product called Babe Lash to help my lashes grow. So I try and wear falsies very sparingly anymore, and I'm trying to embrace my more natural lashes. But if I was going anywhere out and about with this look, like me and Maverick are just hanging out today and he's napping, so I decided to play with my new eyeshadow palette. But if I was going anywhere, I would definitely have put falsies on just because this is such a bright and intense look. I feel like it kind of needs the drama to match it with your lashes. But Like I said, I'm trying to embrace my natural lashes and not wear them unless I'm actually going to go do something. So now that we have all that fallout cleaned up, I am going to go in and start on my face makeup. So I'm going to be going in with my Pixi Milky Mist. And another product that I'm using today is from my BoxyCharm. It is the No Problem Primer Essence by Touch in Sol. So I would just be putting this on. I am obsessed with how this stuff smells. Like, it smells so good. So now for foundation, I'm going with my Kokie Skin Perfect HD foundation in the shade 10C. I'll be going in again with my trusty beauty sponge and applying this to my face. Go in with concealer. Today I'm going to be going in with the Catrice. This is the Liquid Camouflage Concealer in the shade Natural Rose. I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty powder in the lavender shade, and I will be using this to set underneath my eyes only with the angled portion of my beauty sponge. Now I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Face Setting Powder, and I'm going to be going in on a big fluffy brush and putting that over the rest of my face. I have been loving this combo to set my foundation and concealer. I've been using it probably the last month or so. So now that we have our face set, I'm going to go in and finish our lower eyes. I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Perversion, and I'm going to line my lower lash line. I am going to go in with that first shade that we used. This pointed angle brush. I'm going in with that first shade, and I'm just going to buff this along the bottom here. Really dragging this color down. This is one of the Urban Decay brushes that came with their palette. I'm going to go in with the pointed definer side, and I'm going to be going in with those two brown shades that we used and putting this a little bit closer to the waterline. Use the fluffy end to go back into that first shade and really buff out these two colors. Okay, and then to go in and highlight, I'm going to go in and use that shade that we did to set down our eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with an Alamard Cosmetics flat definer brush here and just use this to highlight our brow bone. Then I'm actually going to go in with this really pretty shimmer shade right next to it and use this for the inner corner highlight. It's like a really pretty champagne color. And I'm going to go in and spray my brush with Fix Plus because I want this inner corner highlight to be pretty intense today. I'm going and use my Wet n Wild Mega Slim Skinny Mascara and put this on my bottom lashes. For bronzer today, we are going to be using the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. I'm going to go in on a Real Techniques Dual Fiber brush. And then for blush, I'm going in with this Sephora Colorful Blush in the shade Sweet on You. So it's a really pretty peachy brush. I'm going in with the Real Techniques blush brush and just going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks and then slightly drag it back. Today I'm going in with this Tarte. This is the Shine and Twinkle palette, and I'm going to mix Sunlight and Moonlight, which are these two big colors on the end here, and I'm going in Gonna go in on this Moda brush and just mix both of those and apply them to my cheekbones. Guess I'm really just kind of taking these highlight colors everywhere. Now I'm going to go in on a Real Techniques. This is actually a setting brush, but I love it for highlight. I'm going to go in on this middle shade, which is called Filtered Light, and just apply this to the high points of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Go in and spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus. This will just kind of help blend all of those colors together that we just put on, so the blush, bronzer, and the highlight kind of all melt in when you put this on. I'm not even kidding you guys, that lavender scent of the Fix Plus I'm obsessed with. Like, I genuinely want to get it in a perfume. So now that I did the Fix Plus, I am actually going to go back in with that Filtered Light and that setting brush here and just kind of reapply this to my cheekbones just to re-intensify that highlight. I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Natural Finish by the Photo Focus line and set my face. And for lipstick today, I'm going in with a double combo. I'm using the Maybelline, this is the Superstay Matte Ink, and this is in the shade Poet. And then I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Catsuit in the shade Coral Corruption. So I will put on the Wet n Wild one first and then go in with the Maybelline one over top of it. So this is the completed look. This kind of reminds me of like a really pretty summer sunset. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me, then please hit the subscribe button. Also, if you want to be notified when my videos are uploaded, then go ahead and hit that notification bell. I hope to see you guys in my next video.